Today, I'll be walking you through the process of my less than £4,000 online master's program. If you think that £4,000 is a lot of money, search for the cost of schooling in the UK right now, including the cost of having to travel down there, plus tuition, accommodation, feeding, all of that. Search for it and then compare both of them so you will know why I needed to share this with you. That being said, permit me to be going through these jottings because it will help my trajectory through this video. Let's get into it. So you've probably been seeing posters and your favorite influencers like the likes of Taoma, Leo da Silva, Lai Wasabi, and the rest of them talk about UNICAF, but you don't exactly know what it is. So UNICAF is an educational institute situated in Nicosia in Cyprus, and they're in affiliation with universities in the UK such as Liverpool, John Moores, University of Suffolk, and some other highly ranked universities in the UK. P.S. This is not a paid advert. This is just me sharing my journey as a student so that you can understand the nitty-gritty of the institution and find out crucial details about how they function. I found UNICAF on YouTube in 2022. Their poster just, popped up and I clicked on it. You know, one of those things you just see and you're like, okay, let me just try it. It's most likely a scam, but let me just waste my time here. So I filled the form and just left it. I think in about 40 hours, but less than a week, somebody reached out to me and then they asked me if I would like to proceed. Da, 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 da. That was in 2022 and I was currently doing my internship at the time. I think I told them yes or no. I can't remember, but that process just died. Fast forward to end of 2022, early 2023, I saw the poster again and I reapplied again. It was not like I was very sure I was ready now, but I just reapplied again. And again, they reached out to me. So this time, I decided to take it a little further. Something in me just said, you know what? Tell your dad about it. So I did. I told my dad, and instantly he was like, nope. Where are they situated? UNICAF. What does that mean? Full meaning. First of all, I did not know the full meaning. I went online to check. Apparently, it doesn't have a full meaning. That's the name of the institution. Okay. He now said, where are they located? Let's rewind a bit. When I reapplied towards the end of 2022, 2023, a lady reached out to me. Shout out to my course advisor, Mrs. Harry Blessing. Asked if I was going to proceed. She told me what was required and all of that. So when my dad now started asking those questions on the spot, I called her back to just ask her, okay, where's this institution located and all that. So she told me, oh, it's located in Cyprus. So I told my dad, it's located in Cyprus. My father said, X those people. They are scammers. Do you know how many students have gone to Cyprus and they never got certificates? Yada, yada, yada. But I didn't exit. I'll be showing you proof of the verifications that I did before I actually committed to this process. All right. So I reached out to Liverpool John Moores University. I sent them an email, the one in the UK, asking them if they ran masters with a certain program. And they said they don't offer online programs. However, it is true that they are in affiliation with UNICAF. That was verification one. Because one of the things that actually endeared me to UNICAF was they had the course I wanted. I wanted to do my master's in international public health. So I related it to my dad and it was like, okay, let's still find out more. Let's keep praying. Da, 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 da. I said, all right. I and my course advisor, we were still in communication. She did not let me rest. She kept on reminding me, hi, Miss Deborah. Hello, Miss Deborah. So, these are the requirements. Even if you're not sure, just send in your requirements. I was like, okay, I was still dragging my leg. This was the same period I was running my NYC. I started NYC January 2023. So I think I went to camp. The whole matter was, under the carpets. I wasn't really paying attention to it. So I think by March, when I was back again, that was when or was it even in March when I came? That's when the conversation really started. I can't really remember, but I know this whole thing happened between January and March. So by April, my dad now started trying to actually find out things for himself here. So he said he had a friend in London who actually was a professor or a teacher and had knowledge about schooling abroad, schooling in the UK. So he reached out to that one, and that man now told him there was an agency here in Lagos that we could go through, and it was situated in Ikeja. So my dad went there, and the agency gave him a list of universities that I could apply to and the courses in nursing that they had to offer. First of all of them did not have my course. So I now said, okay, like that day he was going, even before he sent me the list that those people gave him, I just told him to ask them about UNICAF. Is it legit? Is this something I can like dive into and something like that? So he asked them and they said, yes, it was legit. Verification too. I don't have proof of that. That one is just mouthy. A little rewind. After Liverpool John Moores had verified to me that they are actually in affiliation with UNICAF, I had a bit of rest. So even though I was still stalling a bit, I now sent my required documents. Another reason why I was stalling a bit was because I was quite confused on how to put together a personal statement. Finally, I sat down, put it together. I think it took me about 2 or 3 days, but it was shut done. And then I had gone back to Bauchi to resume at my PPA, just for me to realize that I did not snap my YX certificates, and it was one of the required things. So I asked my dad to help me snap it, and then I sent all my documents to them. So the process was going on whilst we were verifying. My dad was still like, okay, let's still pray about it. Da, 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 da. Ugh. At this point, I was actually getting pissed because every verification we needed, we had done it. So I remember that there was a picture on the poster, and it was the picture of Dr. Morayo. I don't know if you guys know her. She works with TVC. So I went to her DM and messaged her to inquire about it. She didn't respond immediately, but she responded, I think, about 2 or 3 days later. And she said, yes, they are legit. That was it. So I had 3 verifications, and my dad sent the acceptance fee, and then I paid. That was the story. Here is the process. So after providing the documents, you'll be sent a payment plan to show you the various options for your course of study. So after I had sent my documents, I remember my course advisor telling me, now I have to pay the acceptance fee. And I was like, for an admission I have not been offered. Note that although I already had about 3 verifications, I was still skeptical because it's an online sheet. I'm Nigerian. Okay. There was still a bit of doubt in my heart. I wasn't sure. So I really was trying to play careful. So I was like, imagine I pay acceptance fee. They do not give me admission. What's the essence? So she was like, they would. The acceptance fee is to show that you have pledged to it. If they will not, immediately you send your documents, they will send you a rejection letter. Okay. If they'll be granting you admission, the moment you send in your documents, you'll be required to pay an acceptance fee, after which your offer letter will be sent to you. I paid my acceptance fee on the 15th of May 2023, and by the 24th of May 2023, I already got my offer letter. So the account to pay the acceptance fee will be sent to you by your course advisor. And note that the account where you pay your acceptance fee is not the same account for your school fees when you want to pay. So part of the payment plan is for you to choose how much you'll be starting with. So at the time I started, if you're able to pay up to 568,000 at once, you'll be eligible for a tablet. So I paid less than 500k for starters. I was only able to raise 500k. So I was not eligible for the tablet. However, due to the exchange rates, they have changed it to, if you're able to pay £700 and above, you're eligible to get a free short course with UCR, the University of California, Riverside in the United States. A step-by-step work will be provided by your course advisor via WhatsApp, or however your course advisor chooses to, hold your hand through the step. But my course advisor chose WhatsApp, so we communicate on WhatsApp a lot. However, directly from the UNICAF institution, every communication with you will be done via email. So there are things to note. Don't give them an invalid email account, one that you can access very quickly. After your offer letter has been issued via email, of course, your user ID, which will be your access into your school page and school website, will be sent to you via email again. The same email. Do not misplace your user ID. That's your access into your student page and school website. If you mistakenly misplace it, forget it. It happened to me. I forgot mine. I went back to my course advisor, and then she sent me my user ID again. And if you think because my course advisor had access to my user ID, she can have access to my page, no. So this is what happens when you're giving your user ID. I think you're also giving a default password. On your first entry into the website, you are required to change your password. So yes, with the first process done, your course advisor might actually have access to your user ID, but not your password after you have changed it. Okay, so you're safe. We are safe. So now you can go ahead to make the first official payment of your tuition fee, depending on what you can afford. If you can pay all at once, great, especially with the way the exchange rate is moving. I don't know. If I could afford to pay the entire tuition fee back in May 2023, I would have, but I couldn't. So I've been paying per course. Okay, and of course, the exchange rate is increasing. So that just means the price will be varying. So what would have costed me 200k as at May last year, now I'm paying 400, 500. So if you're able to actually gather the entire money is about 3,500 and something pounds. I'm saying 3,500 and something pounds because your cost is different from mine. The cost of each of my courses might not be the cost of each of your courses. That's why I'm saying 3,000 something, but no course gets up to 4,000 pounds. It's within the 3,536 range. Once you start, gather it, pay. If you're unable to, you are at the mercy of God and the exchange rates. So not that you can actually pay however it is convenient for you. You can pay at once, and you can pay per course, and you can pay as per what you have at the time. Now note that this opportunity is open to people all over the world: Switzerland, US, UK, anywhere you are, you can apply to UNICAF and get their scholarship. So if, let's say, the course you want to take is about £200 and the equivalent at the time is 400,000, and you have 600k that you want to impute, you can impute 600k. Your extra will be left in your student account. They will only take the money for the course you are running at the time. When you get into your student page, you're going to see a place with my courses. Click on it, you will see a list of your courses and their cost. Like I earlier stated, your course advisor will send you the account where you pay your school fees into. So now that your payment is settled, finance has uploaded your payment to your page. Let's go ahead and start our classes. The system might have changed now, but I'm giving you these details based on my process. So initially, when they give you your user ID and I think default password, when you first click on the link and say, okay, let me apply to these people, you will need to create an account. So I don't know if it's that password you continue to use or you keep creating accounts. So when your user ID is sent, you have a password. Sign into your student page, you click on enrollment and click on the course that you want to take. Now, let me state this. The first course is usually the induction module. It's not based on any course. It's for everybody. You know that time when we entered 100 level, there were what do they call those courses again? Jesus. GDS, yes. I think federal universities have a different name. I don't know what it is. But in my school, it was called GDS. Those courses are not peculiar to any department. They are general courses that everybody must do. So the same thing with induction module. Every student must take it. So before the induction module is done and you take your first course related subjects, like the course you're coming to study, the subject related to it, before you take that one, which is going to be your second course, your virtual learning interface will be prepared for you. So they would create a link that will enable you to gain access to the virtual learning interface. It's called VLE, Virtual Learning Environment. Sorry. You click that link, you create a VLE account with something you can easily remember. You can choose to use your email and your password, whatever you choose to use. From the second course, which is your first course related subject, you would click on enrollment. It will show you the course and then you see details. You click on details, then it will now ask you enter VLE. You click on enter VLE, put in your username and your password. You enter VLE. You see the courses that you're taking at the time. You click on it. You see the weeks outlined. Week 1, these are the details. Week 2, these are the things you do. Week 3, these are the things. Week 4 could be an assessment. Week 5, another thing. Week 6, week 7, week 8. Let me state here. Then they fail. God forbid, nobody will fail, but they take it serious. There is a cutoff mark, 50. They don't use exams or anything, but there are assignments that are like projects. Every assignment is a project work, in my opinion. And you are not to begin to source for data from your environments, do questionnaire. Every information you must put in that assignment must be gotten online or from textbooks that can be referenced and can be accessed online. And late submission is not allowed. If you must submit late, you must have given a valid excuse with proof. You will send it to the student support and they will give you, I think, is it extenuation or exemption? I don't know, but I think it's extenuation. That's what they used to write. Anyways, if it's not extenuation, you will see it on your page. They will give you the grace to move your submission forward. However, if you do not take this excuse with valid proof and you submit 5 days late, I think your mark will be slashed by 50. If it is 5 days and 1 hour late, invalid, 0. That's what they wrote. It has never happened to me. It will not happen to you in Jesus' name. Amen. Because as much as it is way cheaper than flying abroad, it is quite a lot. Except for those of you that, I don't know, you're blocking money from somewhere. Like even if you're in IT, even if you're in tech and the money is just flowing, no money is small money. So you don't want to waste your cash, right? You know what? At the beginning of every assignment, you'll be given instructions. So you read through the instructions and they tell you what they don't want and what they want, what that particular assignment requires to meet the 50. So some courses just have one assessment, some courses have two, some courses have 3 in 2. However, they choose to structure the assignment, that's what you'll be assessed with. Let me also state that you cannot run 2 classes simultaneously. Every course takes about 2 months. Let me say it again. Every of my course, so your own might take 3. I don't know. So if let's say you have 2 assignments and you do it within the first week, good. Proactive students, congrats. Guess what? You cannot move to the next course till your 2 months of the course you are running elapses. Even if you have the money, you just cannot take a next course. You have to finish the course you're running, then you apply for the next one because they already have allocated period of time. However, there has been an exemption. Recently, one of my courses was moved 2 weeks forward. So except they do that, you cannot go and apply. And note that every time all the courses are running because there were people that started before you. Let's say you started in June. The induction module will end by the end of June. So till August, you cannot take the next course. However, there are people who are taking that course at that time. So actually the options will show on your page that, oh, you can take this course now. However, if it collides with the time frame for your current course, you cannot take it. So as you go on this journey, you understand the interface better. And if there's anything you don't understand, feel free to ask me, or better still, ask your course advisor. They are the best people to ask. Let's go on to the advantages of UNICAF. Like I said, I started when I was doing my NYC, and yeah, it was tough, especially because where I was posted to for NYC, there wasn't regular lights. My lodge it was not an issue of regular lights. My lodge was in utter darkness every night. It was difficult to charge my laptop, my power bank, my phones. However, God saw me through. I was able to finish at least 3 courses before I left Bauchi. And then I continued here when I came back home. So you can work around the timing. You can work while you run the program. It's quite cumbersome, but you can work while you run the program. And it's very flexible. That's advantage one. Advantage two is it's cheaper. I don't want to talk too much about this cheaper. Advantage three, you have easy access to relatable and polite course advisors. I'm honestly not trying to patronize anybody, but if you think I am, that's your business. My course advisor, I will literally message her anytime. I'm talking 2 a.m. in the morning. She's not awake 2 a.m. I know she's not awake 2 a.m. But it's 2 a.m. that I remember what I want to ask her. I will drop the message politely, not saying, hello, ma. So I really want to know right away. No, I'm not a stupid person. However, like I would just tell her, I know you're not awake. However, whenever you see this, please feel free to respond to me. This is my question. These are my worries. This is what I've observed. This is what I'm experiencing after payment, yada, 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 you know. And if she can't handle it, she'll tell you, know what, send an email to support and is it reference or something? Like you reference her own email. Do you understand? Basically, she always has a response. She's always polite. She's easily accessible. I did not come in contact with other course advisors. However, the first time when I applied, it was a guy that reached out to me and he was equally polite. So I believe that it is an attribute that they all have. So advantage four is you can pay at your own convenience. I already stated that. I have detailed that well enough. Advantage five is they offer a variety of courses, including health related courses like nursing. I don't think they offer medicine and surgery because I think you need life tutoring for that. I don't know. I didn't go through that because I was not trying to apply for medicine and surgery. They don't only offer master's program, they offer BSc, master's, PhD. So if you think you're interested in studying abroad to bag any of your degrees, UNICAF is your easy express way to have that. Last but not least, they have a functional referral system. When you refer somebody and the person actually registers and pays their school fees, you get $200. Okay, so you can actually run the course without ever paying school fees, if you get what I mean. So I believe I've stated all that you need to know as regards registering with UNICAF, getting an admission with UNICAF, and all of that. So finally, how do you start? Simple. This is going to be the shortest part of this video. Just go to my description box, click on that link, and apply. I wish you all the best. Success in your application, success in your master's journey, success in your PhD, success in your BSc, and even if you decide not to use UNICAF, success in all your endeavors in life in Jesus' name. Thanks for staying to the end. Enjoy the rest of your day.